and we are this looks so funny. I've got this big friggin' screen like I am the most important person in the world, and we've got Kieran Read in this tiny little, I can't work it out. But anyway.
That's iPhones for you.
It is. I'm Sean O'Neill, and this is the Essential Talent Podcast, brought to you by Essential Talent. So we have speakers on motivation, mental health and well-being, artificial intelligence. We have sports speakers, we have MCs, we have comedians. Visit essentialtalent.co.nz. Welcome to the Essential Talent Podcast. We've got a guy with us today who knows a little bit about rugby, I suppose. 127 tests for the All Blacks, 52 as All Black captain. Have I got that right?
Yeah, that's correct. You're onto it, mate.
He's a great man. He helped us out leading into the Super Rugby final, which was a great game. And so I thought I'd grab him just really quickly to get some insights as we head into the second test against England. First up, KJ, what did you actually think of the Razor's first performance as coach in the first game?
Yeah, look, it's interesting, right? I think I was down there live. It was a test match. It was, England coming in with kind of a real strong game plan around physicality, around bringing great line speed, and been together for 3 weeks. Recently played together versus the All Black team that's just come back in, new calls, new systems, new everything, right? So it was that type of game, and I think he'd be pleased to get the win. You could see in the box, wasn't it? How nervous and kind of pacing he was doing and what have you. So it's a step up. That's what test match should be, and I think it's great. It's going to be a slow build, I guess, in terms of we see his footprint onto this team. But I think the senior players are probably going to guide that, and it'll evolve. It's which is pretty exciting.
What aspects of the All Blacks' performance stood out to you in that game?
To me, I thought our attack, especially in the first half, was great. Like, we looked to play right from the outset. Like, we went to our back ball, so we played behind our front runners a lot, whether that's McKenzie at first five, once his hands on the ball. So I thought that was a good addition to perhaps what we've done in the past. And look, it didn't work all the time because England just kept coming and smacked us a little bit behind the game line. But I thought that point of difference was great. So the willingness to go there. And then probably for me too is the amount of touches that our 10, 15 and our outside backs kind of had on the ball, right? I think that bodes well for us. And as they move forward, maybe not making the meters we want, but if you've got our best kind of guys who can create things with their hands on the ball, I think as an All Black side, we're going to have opportunities to score a lot more points moving forward.
Without giving away any All Black secrets, can you give us some insights on when Razor would have a debrief, for example, after that test? How's that kind of structured with the team? How do they run it that after a test match? Obviously, you're always wanting to improve, but we get to see the All Blacks training and running around for TV and news and practicing rucks and all that kind of thing. But how does the debrief? How would that be structured?
Yeah, look, I'm not too sure how it was structured in the All Blacks. And the different coaches. Generally, kind of area of the field has their ability, but you operate at the highest levels of performance, right? At international footy, and so those debriefs, those reviews, are pretty, cutthroat's one word. It's disciplined. It's accountable for people's actions, right? It's about improving the side. So Razor does that. From when I had some time with him, he does it really well because he's built some rapport, he's built some care, but he's not going to shirk the accountability piece on that. So I'd imagine they would have come out of last week with some great opportunities and used to be things to work on, but his main focus is genuinely always those solutions and those things that will improve the team moving forward.
So obviously, you've always played rugby at a very high level, incredible success with the Crusaders. Is it really is it a massive step up from playing, Super Rugby to All Blacks? Is it how much of a difference is it? Because you've still got those great players in Super Rugby. Is it noticeable?
Yeah, it is. It's really hard to put into words, but my very first All Black test, we put 30 points on Scotland, and I played Super Rugby finals. I played, a number of couple years Super Rugby. Yet that test was the hardest game I'd ever played, and you wouldn't have thought that, right? That the fact that we'd beaten Scotland by quite a number of points. Yet,
I'll say right.
It's just the best of the best, right? There's more intensity in the games. There's less time for you. It's quicker. For as good as Super Rugby is, and those finals are tough games. Test rugby is just that next step up, which is brilliant. And so it just really differentiates those really great players who can sustain it and keep that going for a long time.
Did England surprise you in that first test? Were they better than what you thought they would be when they came out?
No, they didn't actually. They didn't surprise me. They played the way I thought they were going to play. They didn't do much with their ball. Attacking wise, they just got a team that can kind of roll the sleeves up and show a bit of grit. Find a way in. We've probably dominated in terms of stats and things in that first half. Yet we went in at half time, it was 10-all. So, we guys in New Zealand and a lot of us down here, we probably don't keep an eye on what they're doing up in the north. And they beat Ireland, who is a great team, and they should have beat France in the Six Nations. So, hey, they're up there, and it will be no different this week. I think with the All Blacks having an extra week, having a chance to actually get eyes on them, I'd imagine this All Black team will finish off those opportunities that they'll be trying to create this week, and especially at Eden Park, they probably are looking to put on a few more points than what they did last week.
So what will they need to do this weekend to win convincingly? Where do you see their room for possible improvement?
There's heaps of room, I guess. I think it's smart decisions. So it's going to be, okay, when do we kick to space? Because they are bringing that really fast line speed to us. Can we get to that space, which is on the wings, in a different way? Via passing, or is it via kicks as well? So I think in an attacking sense, that's where the All Blacks will look to exploit them. They'll probably, they've got all this analysis. They'll see where that space is, and they'll have the answers. It's a bit harder when you're on the field, though. When the team does come at you. But yeah, that's probably the attacking side. And on defense, I think not giving away as many penalties, putting a bit more heat on the breakdown. Don't want to give England those chances to kick to corners and more and do that. So it's an intriguing battle there.
Well, I'm going to be cheeky and ask for a prediction, KJ. What do you think? As far as the score goes?
I thought it was going to be close last week, and it definitely was. I get a sense, Eden Park, I think England are going to be, good, but I just, with a week under our belts, we'll probably put 20 on them. So it might be, they could get 15. We'll be 35-40. I think it's, I hope anyway, we'll put on a good show.
Thanks, KJ. You're the man. Thanks for your time.
No worries. Cheers, guys.